Pronunciation practice. Vowels I through U. I will say the words 3 times, giving you enough time to repeat the words. Then I will read the sentences, and I will read those 3 times and give you time to repeat the sentences. The first vowel is the long I, as in its name. Ice, ice, ice. Nice, nice, nice. Pie, pie, pie. Mile, mile, mile. Advice, advice, advice. Fine, fine, fine. Valentine, valentine, valentine. Drive, drive, drive. Arrive, arrive, arrive. Live, live, live. Bite, bite, bite. Excite, excite, excite. Final, final, final. I, high, high, high. Pie, pie, pie. Sign, sign, sign. Right, right, right. Blind, blind, blind. Okay, there are 2 sentences. The first one is, I'm excited by a nice pie for a Valentine. I'm excited by a nice pie for a Valentine. I'm excited by a nice pie for a Valentine. The second sentence, why drive a mile with a fine blind sign? Why drive a mile with a fine blind sign? Why drive a mile with a fine blind sign? The next vowel is the long O. It says O. Open. 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 O. 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 Coat. 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 Pole. 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 Toe. 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 So. So. No. 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 Ago. 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 Radio. 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 Close. 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 This next word sounds exactly the same. Close. 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 Chose. 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 Cold. 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 Dose. 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 Hold. 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 Most. 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 Both. 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 Comb. 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 The sentence, there's 4 sentences. The first one is, he opened his coat to show his clothes. He opened his coat to show his clothes. He opened his coat to show his clothes. He chose to close most his coat. He chose to close most his coat. He chose to close most his coat. The third sentence, it was a cold pole. It was a cold pole. It was a cold pole. The last sentence, I owe both radios. I owe both radios. I owe both radios. I'd like to point out here that these sentences won't always make sense. It is getting you to, in a rhythm, say one word after the other and pronounce it correctly. There may be words in here that you don't know. Well, if you want, you can pause the video anytime you want and look the words up for yourself. This is basically for the pronunciation. The next word is the short O. It sounds like ah, as in on, upon, upon, pot, 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 October, 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 doll, 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 cloth, 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 clock, 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 honest, 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 honor, 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 response, 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 bomb, 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 mosque, mosque, mosque. The sentences, upon the clock was a pot and a cloth doll. Upon the clock was a pot and a cloth doll. Upon the clock was a pot and a cloth doll. October is Honor Response Month. October is Honor Response Month. October is Honor Response Month. The next sound is a combination of vowels. There's a blend sound of OI or OY, as in they both make the sound oi. Oi. The first word is boy. 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 Oil. 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 Coin. 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 Lawyer. 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 Lawyer is an OI or OY, but it makes the same OI sound because of the Y with AW. Noise. 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 Choice. 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 Illinois. The S on the end isn't sounded. You don't say it. All you hear is oi. Illinois. Illinois. Join. 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 Loiter. 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 Toil. 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 Avoid. 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 Broil. 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 Boil. 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 Joint. 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 Coil. 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 Now these sentences. This is broken into two sentences. The lawyer from Illinois heard a noise from the boy who loitered. The lawyer from Illinois heard a noise from the boy who loitered. The lawyer from Illinois heard a noise from the boy who loitered. The next sentence. You have a choice to toil, broil, or coil. You have a choice to toil, broil, or coil. You have a choice to toil, broil, or coil. Now the next sound is a combination of two O's. They make the sound ooh, ooh. Booze, booze, booze. Caboose, caboose, caboose. Choose, choose, choose. Goose, goose, goose. Loose, loose, loose. Moon, moon, moon. Moose, moose, moose. Noose, noose, noose. Root, root, root. Snooze, snooze, snooze. Two, two, two. Tooth, tooth, tooth. Zoo, zoo, zoo. Now these sentences are: we choose to drink booze in the caboose. 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 The next sentence: the moose and goose are loose from the noose. The moose and goose are loose from the noose. The moose and goose are loose from the noose. The last sentence: I too snooze at the zoo. I too snooze at the zoo. I too snooze at the zoo. Okay, the next sound is a combination of O and U. O and U together make the sound ow, like in sound. Out, out, out. Flower, flower, flower. House, house, house. Count, count, count. Ounce, ounce, ounce. Hour, hour, hour. Cow, cow. You see how OW makes the same sound as OU, and OW make the same sound? Ow. Flower, flower. How, how. Brown, brown, brown. Owl, owl, owl. Sow, sow, sow. Bow, bow, bow. These sentences, there's 3 of them. 3 sentences. First, a brown owl was outside the house. A brown owl was outside the house. A brown owl was outside the house. The second sentence, how do you make flour from flowers? How do you make flour from flowers? How do you make flour from flowers? The last sentence, the sow and cow took a bow. The sow and cow took a bow. The sow and cow took a bow. Okay, our next letter is the long U. It says its name, U, as in used, 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 uniform, uniform, university, 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 usual, 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 fuel, 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 cute, 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 abuse, 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 mute, 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 excuse, 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 computer, 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 crude, 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 rude, 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 nude, nude, nude. Okay, there are 2 sentences. It was excuse me, I'm starting over. It was rude of this crude nude to mute the computer. It was rude of the crude nude to mute the computer. It was rude of the crude nude to mute the computer. The next sentence, the university student ruined the uniform with the fuel. The university student ruined the uniform with the fuel. The university student ruined the uniform with the fuel. Okay, our next letter, I'm going to move this up a little bit. Our next letter is the short U. The short U makes a sound, as in up, up, up. But, butter, butter, luck, some, medium, dumb, fudge, plunge, dunce, pulse, plum, rum, chum, crumb, Okay, there are two sentences. The dunce plunged his bum into the butter, fudge, and plum rum. The dunce plunged his bum into the butter, fudge, and plum rum. The dunce plunged his bum into the butter, fudge, and plum rum. The last sentence. He gave a crumb to his chum. He gave a crumb to his chum. He gave a crumb to his chum. Okay, that is the end of the practice on the vowels I through U, and the vowel blends that were in there, OU and OO and OI. Thank you for watching the video. Play it anytime you want. And thank you again.